Alright, so today is the 16th of June 2009, and this is my second update from Buenos Aires for my study abroad program. I haven't updated since last Tuesday or Wednesday, I guess, so obviously a lot has happened since then. I even have a little list right here to remind me of everything, so here we go. We'll just jump right in. I guess when I spoke with you last, I had just gone to the orientation for my internship, and since then I went 3 days last week, and it's been really, really great. The women there are really nice. It's Matricia and Patricia, and they have just been so helpful. The first day that I actually went to work there, Patricia sat down with me for literally 2 hours and just talked with me and was very helpful, spoke slowly, helped correct me, and that's really just what I need, is someone to be patient and to work with me. So that was really, really neat. And so I've just been talking to them about all sorts of different things, and they've been having me read different articles and stuff about the Defensoría del Pueblo and what they do and such, and so that's been really cool. Getting around Buenos Aires is getting a little bit easier. I figured out the subte, or the subway, and the colectivos, which are the buses. I did have a kind of a little, I guess you could call it a little glitch last Thursday, where I got on a bus and thought it was taking a little long, but I figured, it'll make a loop and take me back where I need to go eventually. Well, I was very, very wrong on that. It ended up taking me out into the slums. I didn't want to get off and call a taxi because I didn't know where I was, and I didn't see taxis, and I was scared. Finally, after like an hour and a half or 2 hours, I got off. Or I, was like, asked the bus driver, and he's like, no, this doesn't go back to the city. So I had to walk across the street and wait at a bus stop for a while in the slums. Of course, I had my backpack, my little cardigan, and a nice watch, and stuck out like a sore thumb. And was really afraid that I was going to get robbed or something. But I was very lucky, and nothing bad happened, and I made it back. Although it did take me about 4 hours from when I left the school to when I actually got home, and it was very scary, but everything turned out fine, so that's good. I'm making friends with a lot of people in the program. I pretty much know everyone now. They're really, really cool. We went on a big weekend trip this past weekend to Mendoza, so we all got to spend a lot of time together. And they're just really fun. It's a very different, like a very diverse group of people, but we all seem to get along really, really well. And I'm really glad that they're with me for these next few weeks. Gone out a couple times here. You always hear about the nightlife in Buenos Aires, and the only thing that's tricky is that they don't start going to the clubs until about 2 in the morning, so that's difficult when you have an internship and stuff like that to do, but we've gone out a couple times, and it's been really fun, but like I said, it's just you have to pace yourself, because I have to be at my internship at 10 a.m., so it's not really plausible for me to go out late every night, but it's been fun the couple times that we have. Let's see, some things that I've noticed here that I think are kind of funny. There are a lot of fierce old ladies. They're teeny tiny, short. They're always like dressed up to the nines. Got like hats and like fur coats. Yeah, they're wearing minks here, even though it's like 50 degrees. I think it's really cold. And they walk so slow, but they're so cute. There's a lot, especially around my the school where I go, and they're totally adorable. Also, a lot of dogs here. A lot of people have dogs. There's a lot of dog walkers you see, especially in the mornings. And people just, have them out all the time. It's pretty funny. The music is interesting here. It's actually, a lot of what I've heard is like 80s music from the U.S. A lot of like old Madonna and David Bowie and stuff like that, which is really funny to hear. And I've talked to the ladies in my internship about it, and they say that like that's really common, that a lot of what's very popular here is 80s music from the U.S. And then, of course, I'll hear, like, Lady Gaga or some, like, really common song in the U.S., like, very current and intermixed with all those other songs, so it's pretty entertaining. The other day, I went on a run through the streets around here, which is totally funny because people just don't really, like, exercise. I guess they walk around a lot, and that's their exercise, so, I have my little running shorts on and my little track jacket and my earphones, and people are just staring at me like I'm absolutely crazy. And I'm like running through the streets, like dodging people, and it was pretty fun though, and it was good to get out and kind of explore. On that little adventure, I went to the Cementerio Nacional in Recoleta, which is like the national cemetery. It's where Evita is buried, and I went and visited her tomb and took some photos and kind of wandered around there for a little while, and that was really neat. Friday night, I went with the group. We went to there was a festival there. It was like a music and art festival, which turned out being a complete bust, and we ended up eating at McDonald's, which, by the way, is way better here. It's actually medium class food. It's not fast food. It's actually kind of expensive, and it's good. So McDonald's in the U.S. need to catch up. But anyway, it's not the point. We ate there, and then went to the Hard Rock and just chilled out for a little while. So it was kind of a American night, I suppose. And so anyway, then that was Friday night. Saturday morning, I had to get up at 4 a.m. because we had to be at the airport by 5:30 to go to Mendoza. Mendoza is a town out west, almost to Chile. In Argentina, it's right at the base of the Andes Mountains, and it's totally beautiful. The first day we got there, and right away went to the place to go whitewater rafting, which was really neat. I'd never done that before. And so we did that, and that was in the morning and early afternoon. And then we had lunch, and after lunch we went to the next place to do zip lining, and it was near this lake, and there's mountains all around, and you zip line between the different peaks and over the water, and you have incredible views of everything around. It was really, really awesome. I really, really enjoyed it. And then of course by the end of that day we were all totally exhausted, so we went back to our hotel, and we went to this little pizza place, tried some of the local wine here, and really enjoyed that. So that was fun. And then the next day we were supposed to go skiing, like I said, but there was really no snow in the mountains, so instead they took us on a tour, which was very long. It was a lot of driving, but it was really, really pretty. We got to see all different parts of the mountain. We went hiking up and saw where the highest peak is in all of the Americas, and they say that it's actually the Andes are growing while the Himalayas are shrinking, so eventually it will be the highest point in the world. Just a little fact there, little tidbit, but so that was really cool. It was a long day, like I said, but when we got back, we went out to dinner, and then a few of us went out for a little while and went dancing, and then came back, and then on Monday, which was yesterday, we went horseback riding through the mountains, which was really, really neat. We had planned to go to an olive factory, but they kind of wanted us to, we decided we'd rather do something more active than that. So we went horseback riding, which was really neat, and then we went to a couple wineries here, saw how, learned about the process, how it's made, and everything, and bought some wine for some people back home. And yeah, and then we went to the airport and came back to Buenos Aires. But the weekend was really cool. The guides were totally awesome. Their names were all Pablo, and they were just really kind of rambunctious and fun and goofy, and they were on the team for the eco wild tourism, whatever it's called, the group that took us around all these places, and so they were a lot of fun and very, very helpful and cool. So yeah, and I don't know if I mentioned I'm kind of getting sick, so sorry if my voice is off or I cough or have a runny nose. It's I don't know, maybe it's lack of sleep, or I don't know what's really going on, but I'm getting a little sick, so excuse me for that. Today I was feeling awful this morning from this cold, so I slept in a little bit, and then went to a meeting at noon. The group meets every Tuesday